Chosen one and chosen soul, you are not here by accident. You didn't just stumble upon this message. Heaven summoned you. The Spirit has drawn you into this divine moment because something sacred is unfolding. A heavenly transmission is being whispered into your spirit, and it carries the weight of transformation, favor, and purpose. The veil between this world and the next has thinned, and now a message from the heart of God is reaching you. You have been hand-selected by the Creator. You are not lost. You are not forgotten. You are not ordinary. You are divinely marked, chosen, wrapped in spiritual destiny since before time began. And now, heaven is leaning close, breathing a holy message into your soul. This message carries a revelation so profound, it will awaken a new fire within you. The light that was dimmed by trials is about to blaze with new brilliance. God is speaking directly to your heart and declaring, this is your time. You must align your heart, clear your mind, and open your spirit. What's coming is too big for old mindsets. What's coming requires space. God is about to pour out something powerful, and He needs a vessel that's ready to receive. Before we dive deeper into this word, I need you to do 3 things. First, like this video, not just to support the channel, but as a bold act of agreement with this prophetic message. Second, subscribe and help us reach 1,000 chosen ones walking in purpose. Then go to the comments and write 99 or 777. These numbers are more than symbols. They are prophetic signals to heaven. 99 represents fulfillment and divine urgency. 77 represents spiritual completion and divine perfection. When you type them, you're not just commenting. You're declaring in faith that you're ready. Third, write your deepest desire, your most heartfelt prayer, in the comments. Don't just type it, release it with faith, because whatever you write in faith becomes sealed in the heavens. This is your divine declaration. Now breathe, still your soul, and open your spirit. The atmosphere around you is shifting. Heaven's gates are parting. The presence of the Almighty is descending into your life in a tangible way. You are stepping into a season where the supernatural becomes your natural and divine favor becomes your everyday experience. Heaven's message is this: you were not created for mere survival. You were not designed to live in lack, despair, or constant striving. You were born to thrive, to overflow in purpose, peace, and prosperity. John 10:10 says, "I have come that they may have life, and have it to the full." That fullness is not some distant promise. It is your present inheritance. A life where joy runs deep, peace is unshakable, and provision is abundant. The struggles you've faced, the silent tears you've cried, the nights you've questioned your worth, they were not in vain, they were chapters in your divine preparation. Heaven has watched you endure, and now the rewards of endurance are beginning to rain upon your life. You are stepping into a divine unveiling, where your hidden strength, your buried dreams, and your quiet prayers rise to the surface in glorious manifestation. But beloved, this isn't just about financial wealth, though that is part of God's promise. This is about spiritual fullness, a saturation of the soul. It's about waking up each day, knowing who you are and whose you are. God is opening doors no man can shut. He is releasing favor that doesn't make sense to the world. You will see connections form, opportunities multiply, and blessings flow, not by your own doing, but by divine orchestration. This new chapter calls for your alignment. God is inviting you to co-create this miracle with Him. He desires your heart, your full surrender. When you release control and trust His timing, you become a vessel of endless overflow. Galatians 6:9 reminds us, "Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." Your harvest is closer than it feels. You are not just entering a new season, you are entering a new identity, an elevated version of yourself, a bold, radiant, faith-filled warrior who lives and breathes divine purpose. The past cannot hold you. The fear cannot stop you. The opinions of others cannot contain the light that's rising inside you. God has spoken, and His word will not return void. So lift your head, straighten your spine. There is royalty in your bloodline. The Creator of the universe has crowned you with destiny. You are not here to be buried under bills, sorrow, or limitations. You are here to reflect God's glory, to shine so brightly that others are awakened by your presence. Psalm 23:1 says, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." Lack is not your portion. Abundance is. Let this truth pierce your heart. You are deeply loved, you are fully seen, and you are already equipped with everything you need to walk boldly into your calling. Heaven is not asking for perfection, it's asking for surrender. Just a heart that says, "Yes, Lord, I'm ready." This divine message is not a suggestion, it is a spiritual trumpet sounding across the heavens. An alarm that destiny is knocking. This is your moment to step into the flood of God's favor. Let your soul respond. Let your spirit rise. Let your life become the evidence of God's glory. And as we move deeper into this message over the next parts, hold on to this. Heaven didn't just send a blessing, it sent a calling. One that only you can fulfill. You are ready, chosen soul, now that your heart has been opened to heaven's whisper. Let us go deeper. You have felt the stirring, the spiritual electricity in your body. That is not imagination, that is divine confirmation. Heaven has not just noticed you, it has appointed you. And now, something sacred is being released over your life. This isn't about temporary wins or small answers to prayer. This is about an entire life shift, a sacred unveiling. What's coming isn't just a blessing, it's a complete transformation. The type that rewrites stories, rebuilds legacies, and redefines what's possible. Your finances, your relationships, your health, your inner world. Every part of your being is about to be touched by the hand of the Almighty. Because you are not simply surviving, you are becoming. Becoming the version of you that heaven saw all along. The version who walks in favor, speaks with authority, and radiates peace. The version who no longer begs for a breakthrough, but becomes the breakthrough for others. You may wonder how. How is this possible after everything you've faced? The betrayals, the lack, the endless waiting. But listen closely, every tear you've cried was counted. Every silent prayer was recorded in the eternal books. Every battle that tried to break you only sharpened your anointing. The crushing wasn't to destroy you. It was to prepare the oil that now flows from your spirit. There is oil on your life, oil that marks you as different, as royal, as called. You are not like the rest. And that difference is your strength, not your weakness. Heaven's message is not calling you to blend in. It is calling you to rise, to lead, and to become a vessel of divine impact. Chosen one, you are about to see what happens when God opens doors no man can shut. You're about to witness the supernatural intervene in the natural. Provision will begin to appear in unexpected places. Peace will flood your mind in situations that once caused anxiety. Joy will find you again, and this time it won't be stolen. But understand this, the flow of blessings is tied to the posture of your heart. A surrendered heart becomes a magnet for miracles. Not a heart full of striving, but a heart full of trust. When you trust God, you're no longer chasing blessings. They begin chasing you. Psalm 23 doesn't just say that goodness and mercy will be beside you. It says they will follow you. That means divine blessings are assigned to you. They're not random. They're not for someone else. They have your name on them. But blessings come with responsibility. God is not raising you just to prosper. He's raising you to carry light into darkness, to carry wisdom into confusion, to carry His name into the very places that once broke you. And as you do, you won't walk in lack. You will walk in overflow. This overflow isn't for hoarding. It's for healing. Healing families, healing communities, healing generations. You will be the one who breaks cycles, the one who shifts atmospheres, the one who carries heaven's fragrance everywhere you go. People will encounter you and feel peace without knowing why. That's what happens when you live in alignment with the divine. But be careful, with elevation comes temptation. As God lifts you, the enemy will try to lure you. Greed, pride, jealousy, they'll whisper. But your strength is in staying rooted in humility. Proverbs 10:22 says, "The blessing of the Lord brings wealth without painful toil for it." That means true wealth, God's wealth, comes without compromise. You don't need to manipulate. You don't need to compete. You don't need to prove yourself. Your identity is already established in heaven. You are already crowned, already favored, already enough. Live righteously, love deeply, give generously. These are the marks of those who walk in divine wealth. Luke 6:38 tells us, "Give, and it will be given to you." This is not just about finances, it's about spirit. Give love, give encouragement, give hope, and watch how heaven returns it in multiplied form. You are becoming a river, not a reservoir. A vessel, not a vault. Let the blessings flow through you. As they do, your influence will grow. You will become a spiritual magnet. People will be drawn not to your possessions, but to your presence, because your presence will carry God's. And as you rise, remember, this is not just about you. It's about the lives that will be changed because you said yes. Every time you obey, every time you give, every time you walk by faith, you are writing a testimony that will echo through eternity. So pause now and reflect. Breathe in this truth. You are a divine assignment wrapped in human form. You are heaven's strategy for this moment in history. Chosen one, now that your spirit has begun to awaken to the sound of heaven's voice, you can feel it, can't you? The stirring deep within, the shift in the atmosphere, a stillness that carries thunder, a whisper that carries the weight of eternity. This is not imagination, this is divine alignment. Heaven is not just near, it is moving through you. The days of confusion are breaking, the fog is lifting, and a new clarity is coming over your mind and heart. For too long, you've wandered between glimpses of breakthrough and stretches of waiting. You've carried promises like seeds in your hands, not knowing when the harvest would come. But the Spirit of God now speaks. The harvest is ready. Step into it. You have endured silently while others questioned your journey. You have been hidden, overlooked, misunderstood, but not by heaven. In the unseen, God was weaving a story far greater than what you could comprehend. And now the pages are turning, the light is breaking, the oil of purpose is rising from your life like incense. This is your divine unveiling. Heaven's message is not small, it is not casual, it is a decree, a spiritual dispatch from the throne of God, declaring that your life is entering a season of visible favor, multiplied provision, and supernatural alignment. You are not who you used to be. You are being reformed, redefined by the fire you survived and the grace you carry. You are about to step into rooms you didn't build, receive favor you didn't chase, walk into blessings you didn't orchestrate, not because of luck, not because of connections, but because heaven's fingerprint is on your destiny. God is about to make it clear. This one was chosen, but with that calling comes weight, and the weight is holy. Chosen one, heaven is not merely elevating you, it is entrusting you. You're being given more because you've shown faithfulness in less. You've prayed in the dark, you've sown in silence. You've trusted when nothing made sense, and now God says, it's your time. But listen, divine elevation doesn't just change your surroundings. It changes you. You are being refined in real time. The pain, the rejection, the long nights, they were not delays, they were purification. They were heaven's fire shaping you into gold. You are not fragile, you are forged, and because you've been forged, you will not fold. God is calling you to walk in boldness, not arrogance, but holy confidence. The kind that doesn't boast in self, but stands firm in the promises of God. The kind that walks through closed doors knowing they will open. The kind that speaks life into lifeless places because you carry resurrection power in your voice. You are no longer allowed to play small. Chosen one, the time for shrinking is over. The time for doubting, delaying, denying who you are, it ends here. You've been mantled with divine authority. The authority to speak to storms, to command peace, to declare abundance, to break generational chains. You are not waiting for permission. Heaven already said, go. As you step into this new realm of favor, understand this: there will be resistance. Not because you're wrong, but because you're right on time. When the enemy sees the light in you growing, he will try to dim it with distraction, with fear, with doubt. But he cannot touch what God has sealed. Isaiah 54:17 declares, "No weapon formed against you shall prosper." That means weapons may be formed, but they will never win. You are divinely protected, heaven-backed, and spiritually armored. And as you rise, heaven is releasing divine helpers, people of favor, people of vision, people sent not to compete with you, but to complete God's work through divine partnership. Doors are about to open that only respond to your voice. Favor is coming that recognizes your name. You will walk into rooms where angels have already gone ahead and paved the way. This is the season of open gates. But don't forget, the favor on your life is not for display. It's for destiny. You are being blessed to be a blessing. Prosperity is not your endpoint, it's your tool. You are being resourced for impact, positioned for legacy, lifted for influence. You are not a taker, you are a kingdom distributor. So hold nothing back. Pour out love like oil, speak truth with power, build what God puts in your hands, and give not out of fear, but out of overflow. Luke 6:38 still holds, "Give, and it will be given to you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over." You cannot outgive the giver. You are being trusted with abundance, not just money, but peace, wisdom, vision, and authority. And as you handle it with humility, more will be poured. Proverbs 11:25 reminds us, "A generous person will prosper, whoever refreshes others will be refreshed." You refresh others now, and heaven will keep you refreshed always. Let this truth echo in your soul. You are not average, you are not ordinary, you are the answer to someone's prayer. Heaven has spoken. It's not a maybe, it's not a someday, it's now. Chosen one, your soul has been marinated in heaven's voice. And now, the Spirit is calling you to arise in full authority. You are no longer standing at the edge of breakthrough, you are in it. This is sacred territory. You've crossed a line in the Spirit where things will never be the same again. The old version of you has been stripped away. The waiting has shifted into fulfillment. What was once invisible is about to be made manifest. You are entering a season where every seed you planted in tears will bloom in power. You are not just receiving a blessing, you are becoming one. The divine message is clear. What was hidden is being revealed. What was delayed is being delivered. And what felt impossible is now unfolding, not by your strength, but by the Spirit of the living God. You are being called into divine alignment. No more running from your calling, no more doubting your anointing, no more dimming your light to make others comfortable. Heaven is announcing your arrival, and as you rise, the heavens are opening wider over your life, pouring out not just provision, but identity. This is the moment you embrace who you truly are. You are a royal priesthood, set apart, marked by the fire of God, and sealed with heavenly purpose. You are the lighthouse in a stormy world. You are the voice of truth in a generation of noise. You are the one heaven trusts to carry the weight of legacy and the light of transformation. And yet, in the midst of this rising, heaven whispers a reminder: stay rooted, stay humble, stay surrendered. Because the blessing is never just for you, it flows through you. The elevation you're stepping into isn't a trophy, it's a tool, a divine instrument to unlock others from the chains you once wore yourself. This is not just about wealth in your bank account, this is about richness of soul, peace that overflows, joy that silences sorrow, clarity that cuts through confusion, wisdom that pierces the dark like a sword of light. Psalm 37:4 says, "Delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart." But here's the mystery. As you delight in Him, your desires transform. You begin to desire what He desires. And when your heart beats in rhythm with heaven's pulse, the impossible becomes inevitable. This is why the attack was so fierce. This is why you were isolated, rejected, misunderstood, because the enemy saw the oil before you did. He tried to bury what God was about to crown, but burial and planting look the same, until resurrection happens. You weren't buried, chosen one. You were planted. And now you rise. The world is about to witness the harvest of your hidden obedience, the breakthroughs that emerge from private battles, the miracles that sprout from silent prayers. And as you rise, you will carry the fragrance of heaven. People will feel peace in your presence and not know why. It's because your spirit now glows with God's light. But be vigilant. Elevation brings exposure, and exposure reveals both friends and foes. Not everyone will understand your new season. Some will question your path, criticize your progress, or try to attach themselves to your rise. But God is placing discernment in you, spiritual eyes to see through smiles and hear truth behind words. You are not called to prove anything to anyone. Your fruit will speak for itself. And that fruit will be abundant, because the work of your hands is being blessed. The thoughts in your mind are being ordered, the intentions of your heart are being purified, and everything that once resisted you is now being redirected to serve your destiny. Deuteronomy 28:12 echoes like thunder in the spirit. The Lord will open the heavens, the storehouse of his bounty, and bless all the work of your hands. This is not poetry, this is prophecy. God is not just opening doors, he is opening storehouses. That means overflow. That means multiplication. That means what you touch will flourish, not by human effort, but by divine acceleration. And yet, you must move in faith. God won't bless what you're unwilling to build. He won't multiply what you're too afraid to start. Faith without movement is fantasy. This is your time to act. You've heard the call. Now answer it with obedience. Start the business. Launch the vision. Write the book. Build the ministry. Sow the seed. Speak the truth. Leave what God told you to leave. Walk where he told you to walk. Because every act of obedience unlocks another level of favor. And as you move, don't forget, this divine message is not just about what's next, it's about who you're becoming. You are becoming fire. You are becoming water. You are becoming wind, a force of spiritual nature that moves through life with grace and authority. And every place your feet tread will feel the weight of heaven behind you. You are not a mistake. You are not too late. You are not behind. You are right on time, in step with God's rhythm, woven into his eternal plan, chosen for such a time as this. This is the season where everything begins to make sense. The confusion clears, the delays break, the old cycles collapse, and you step fully into the life God has been preparing for you since the beginning of time. You are the evidence that God still speaks, that heaven still moves, that miracles still happen. You are the message. Chosen one, we've reached the sacred edge of this message, the final stretch of revelation. But this is not the end. It's the beginning of something you were born to walk in. You've been stirred, you've been stretched, you've been anointed. Now it is time to step fully into your destiny. What heaven has spoken over your life cannot be revoked. It cannot be stolen. It cannot be cancelled by opinion, delay, or opposition. What God has ordained, no one can overturn. You carry divine signatures in your spirit. Your life is marked by prophetic fingerprints. You are not chasing blessings. You are the blessing sent into this generation. The time of hiding is over. The time of shrinking is over. God is lifting you, not because you're perfect, but because you are positioned. Positioned to reflect his glory. Positioned to release healing. Positioned to awaken others who forgot who they were. You've walked through fire and came out glowing. You've passed through waters and came out walking. You've endured silence and now carry sound, the sound of heaven's authority vibrating in every word you speak. Do you feel it? That shift in your spirit? That weight resting on your shoulders? That's your mantle, chosen one. Heaven has placed it there. This final chapter of heaven's message is about becoming unstoppable. Romans 8:31 asks, if God is for us, who can be against us? And the answer echoes louder than thunder. No one, nothing. You are no longer battling for breakthrough, you are walking in it. Every step forward is drenched in grace. Every move you make is backed by angels. Every whisper of doubt is now silenced by the roar of purpose in your chest. And with this divine confidence comes peace, a peace that passes understanding. A peace that is not fragile or dependent on your environment. Philippians 4:7 promises, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. This peace is your inheritance, not as a temporary relief, but as a permanent posture. This is what it feels like to be rooted in heaven's soil, to know that even in shaking, you are unmovable. To know that even in storms, you are safe. To know that even in loss, you are still rising. Because what sustains you is not external, it is the river of life flowing within you, the Spirit of God that never runs dry. And now you become a lighthouse. Others will find their way because you refuse to quit. They will rise because you stood. They will believe again because you dared to believe when there was nothing left to hold on to. You will become a voice that echoes in dark places, reminding others that hope still lives, that miracles still come, that God is still writing stories of beauty from broken places. And yes, the favor will be public. The elevation will be visible. But never forget, it was the private obedience that unlocked it. Your quiet yes to God, your unseen sacrifices, your tear-soaked prayers, all of it was holy, all of it was seed. And now harvest is here. This message is not just a prophecy. It is a permission slip from heaven, permission to live, to dream big, to love hard, to walk tall, to lead boldly, to give freely, to let go of what no longer serves your calling and embrace everything that does. You've been given divine authority. Use it well. Use your voice to uplift, not tear down. Use your influence to bless, not boast. Use your increase to heal, not hoard. Your legacy isn't built with wealth alone. It's built with impact, compassion, and unwavering faith. Ephesians 3:20 reminds us, "Now to him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine." That is your God, the God of immeasurable increase, the God of unexpected miracles, the God of divine turnaround. Don't lower your expectations to fit your past. Raise your faith to match His promise. What's coming will exceed what you prayed for. The relationships, the restoration, the revelation, the resources, the reward, they are all on schedule, right on time. And they're coming because you were faithful when it didn't make sense. This is your coronation. You are not being rescued. You're being revealed. You are not broken. You are being rebuilt as a force of glory, beauty, strength, and purpose. God didn't just save you to survive, He saved you to shine. Let this be written on the walls of your heart. You are heaven's strategy, a chosen light in a dark world, a miracle in motion. This is not the end of your story. It's the explosion point, the divine ignition, the new beginning. So rise, chosen one, heaven has spoken. And your life, your radiant, abundant, purpose-filled life, is the proof that God's promises never fail.